What's up, YouTube? My name is Ty, financial advisor. Welcome to my channel. Please like the video, please subscribe, and catch me every weekday after market close on the Smarter Gambling Show. So here is BBBY, Bed Bath & Beyond. This finishes at $11.41 today. That is up 39.83%. So we never analyzed Bed Bath & Beyond, but this always has been a meme stock. A low-key one though. Back when everyone was buying GME, I was buying BBBY. So I do have somewhat of a personal connection to this stock, and I'm very happy for the apes right now. This was number 5 on StockTwits today, had over 4,000 mentions, so we're going to analyze it. And there's no company-specific news to justify this price action today, but in the past week, a bunch of stocks have been squeezing, specifically low-float stocks and the OG meme stocks. So Meme Mania is back, this is round 3, and Bed Bath & Beyond is squeezing along with all the other meme stocks. So massive price action today, very nice, very happy for the apes. Alright, let's jump right in, let's go ahead and analyze here. So first of all, this is a cup and handle in the making. Bottom of the cup being the low of 440, and there can be multiple possible tops. It can be 1420, 1750, 1965, 2160, 2725, or even 3030. And longer term, this is part of an even bigger cup and handle where this has the potential to go all the way back up to 5390. Although I do think the most realistic tops would be 1420 or 1750. But those are all bullish indicators. That is telling us that the stock should come back up to one of those tops to complete the cup. Here we have a bull flag in the making. No confirmation just yet. But here we have a flag pull. So all we would need is some pullback to form the flag. And that would be a bullish indicator. That is suggesting that the stock may break out to the upside. And here we have an ascending channel. The upper channel was at 860. And the lower channel was around 630. So if it broke 860 to the upside, that would be bullish. And if it broke 630 to the downside, that'd be bearish. And it did in fact break 860 to the upside today. So the breakout of the ascending channel is currently a bullish indicator. In the aftermarket here, this is running up to $12. So if this aftermarket action holds, that would be a bullish indicator for tomorrow. That is suggesting that tomorrow, the stock will run to the upside as well. And here we do have a double gap up. First gap up was created today at 830. So that is a bearish indicator. That is telling us that the stock should come back down to 830 to fill this gap. And second gap up is back at 650. So another bearish indicator that is telling us that the stock should come back down to 650 to fill this gap. And those two gaps should fill in the short term. And if you guys want to follow along, the link to the chart is in the description down below. So right now this is trading between the sideways channel, the rectangle of $12 and $11.25. So if this goes to the upside, next levels of resistance would be $12, $12.60, $12.95, $13.40, $13.80, $14.20, $14.50, $14.90, $15.30, $15.65, $16.20, $16.65, $17.10, $17.50, $18.05, $18.55, $18.90, $19.30, $19.65, $20.15, $20.55, $20.90, $21.25, $21.60, $22.05, $22.45, $22.80, $23.10, $23.45, $24, $24.50, and then $25.30. There is resistance above $25.30, but we're not going to discuss that right now. And if this goes to the downside, next levels of support would be $11.25, $10.55, $10.15, $9.65, $9.20, $8.85, $8.55, $8.15, $7.95, $7.50, $7.15, $6.95, $6.65, $6.40, $6.10, $5.85, $5.50, $5, $4.75, and then the low of $4.40. So right now with the current price, $11.40, the channels to the upside and the downside are pretty wide, so expect significant price action either way this goes. However, if/when this breaks 7.15 to the downside, the channels start to narrow, so expect a significant decrease in price action if/when this breaks 7.15. RSI is currently at 82, so that is pretty deep in overbought and overvalued territory, so be careful guys. And this did 121 million in volume today, which is the biggest volume day of the year. So very significant volume, way above the average of 8 million. So this pump/squeeze today was confirmed by the volume. So it's come up quite a bit in the short term, from 450 to over 13 today. And it looks like the squeeze is not done just yet. So therefore, if you want to go long, not financial advice, I would not do that, and I would not recommend that. You missed a lot of upside already in the past week. You should have went long anywhere from $5 to $8. And here at 11.41, this is some pretty dangerous territory. Going long would pretty much be FOMO at this point. This is still short squeezing, and it does appear like it will keep running a little bit more to the upside in the next few trading sessions. So you can make money here. It's just extremely risky. I would say in the short term, this comes back up to 14.20, maybe 17.50 at the most, but that's pretty unlikely. So from the current price of 11.41 up to 14.20, that would be about a 25% upside potential. And again, this should eventually come back down to 650 to fill the gap there. So from the current price of 1140 down to 650, that would be about a 45% downside potential. So I would say going long here at the current price of 1140 would be a high risk, medium reward play. There is still more upside potential, but really shouldn't go too much further to the upside, and a lot of downside potential. Not really worth it in my opinion. So if you want to go long, please do it at your own risk, and make sure you hit the sell button if you do manage to make a profit. Get in, get your money, get out. Honestly, if you're a little patient here, you should be able to get this back at 650, and I think that would be a much better entry than the current one of 1140. There's massive upside potential in the longer term, and really shouldn't go too much further to the downside. The all-time low was 440, and there is some pretty critical support below 650. Going to take a lot of selling pressure to break those. So I would say going long at 650 would be a low risk, high reward play. And that definitely is worth the shot, in my opinion. So I don't like the current entry of 1140, but I can support going long at 650. And if it pulls back, then you can just average down at the supports that I mentioned before. Now, if you want to go short, not financial advice, looks like a pretty good play at the moment. This has been squeezing like crazy in the past week. And unfortunately, as with every short squeeze, it's going to have to come crashing down, just a matter of when, not if. We're starting to get some pretty strong bearish indicators in the double gap up and the RSI. So this looks like it's due for some pretty significant pullback. Again, I think this has the potential to come back up to 1420 in the short term, possibly 1750, although unlikely, which would be a 25% upside potential. And again, this should come back down to 650 to fill the gap there, which would be about a 45% downside potential. So I would say going short here would be a medium risk, high reward play. Definitely worth a shot in my opinion. It is a bit risky, because this is still squeezing, and it looks like it will keep running to the upside a little bit more. But like I said, this eventually will have to lose momentum, and it will come crashing down. So as long as you're able to withstand some upside pressure here, you should be able to make some pretty fat gains on the downside. So I can support going short at the current price, 1140 and higher. And again, I would cover at 650, where the gap is, and that should be a relatively easy 45% downside gain. So pretty straightforward, guys. Bed Bath & Beyond has been a low-key meme stock for a while now. It's been getting wrecked pretty hard ever since the GME squeeze happened, but this has been meme mania round 3, so this stock, along with a bunch of other meme stocks, has been squeezing. So long term, the stock looks bullish. We have a lot of bullish indicators in the cup and handle, bull flag, and ascending channel. And in the short term, this may run a little bit more to the upside, but sooner or later, this will have to come crashing down. So if you want to go long, I would not do that, and I would not recommend that. You should be able to make some money here going long, because this is still squeezing, but it would definitely have to be for a quick scalp. Get in, get your money, get out. The current price of 1140 is a terrible entry, and honestly, if you're a bit patient here, you should be able to get this back at 650, where the gap is, and that would be a much better entry. So I don't like the current entry of 1140, but I can support going along at 650, and if it pulls back, then you can just average down at these supports that I mentioned before. There's massive upside potential in the long term, and really shouldn't go too much further to the downside, so you can't go too wrong going along at 650. And if you want to go short, not financial advice, looks like a pretty good play. It is somewhat risky because, again, this is still squeezing, so there should be a bit more upside potential to go here. But as long as you're able to withstand some upside risk here, this should eventually come back down to 650 where the gap is, and that should be a relatively easy 45% downside gain there. So I can support going short at the current price, 1140 and higher, and again, I would cover at 650 where the gap is. So congratulations to everyone who made money in the stock today. Consider taking profits if you're up, not financial advice. And good luck to everyone currently in the stock and to everyone looking to take a position. This is BBBY, Bed Bath & Beyond. Thanks everyone for watching today. I appreciate you guys. Please, like the video. Please subscribe. And catch me every weekday after market close on The Smarter Gambling Show. You apes already know. Diamond hands to the moon. I'm Ty. This is Smarter Gambling. See ya guys tomorrow. Peace out.